check and bring it over to Facebook. Give me 1 second. Mm-mm-mm. All right, I see it. Let me check and bring it over to Facebook. Oh, it does do that. Hold on, people. All right. That's done. Let me see. Let me see. Hold on. I'm mad we can't play no music.
I know. That's YouTube for you.
So go ahead and I guess we just talk to you guys. We are trying to go live on. Oh, it does. Okay. I guess it's there. I don't know how that goes. Anywho. All right. Are you live on IG, ma'am?
I am now.
Well, you're live on Facebook. You're live on YouTube right now. You are there. We are there. I just got a new. All right, people, podcasters. I don't know why I sound like that. Hold on. All right, podcasters, everybody, IG, Facebook. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Um, we are back for another episode of
Brain
Brains and Beauty
times.
times two. All right. So, you guys, we are still doing this quarantine, this social distancing episode stuff going on. So, excuse us if it sounds a little different, looks a little different. But we're going to do the best this is what we got. This is what we have.
Exactly what
What and this is what we're going to do. But yeah, so Shay, turn up your mic just a little bit more if you can you?
Okay, I think so. Can you
Because I
hear
can hear some feedback or something. Probably because you're holding it.
can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay.
So you may have to still talk loud though.
Alrighty.
Yeah. Um all right, you guys. So we didn't even do it right. Let's do it right. Let's just start over because I'm gonna chop this up from right here for the podcast. So good evening, good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Facebookers, IGers, oh my god, YouTubers. We are YouTube live right now. And you guys are joined in with Brains and Beauty
Times.
times two.
Hello. I'm Shayla.
And I'm Miami. So you guys, we have a full show today. We're gonna have a good time. For all my podcasters, I hope you can hear Shay very well. If not, just turn up just a tad. Just turn up just a tad so you can hear her, and she'll make sure she shouts when she speaks.
Yes.
but we're trying to get used to this whole social distancing doing our show. It's so different for us. Like, it's so weird. Like, for her to not be on this side on the couch, on the couch
It is
with
weird.
me. Like, it's so crazy. But we still have the same type of thing. We still have our same topics. We still have our same who we are. Everything is still the same. It's just that she's not over here. So let's go ahead and just jump into the first topic for the night. Is there any like icebreaker, Shay, you want to go ahead and talk about?
Icebreakers. Let's see. So it's still quarantine. I don't even know what day this is anymore. Like, I don't even know what day of quarantine we're actually on, because days are starting to run together for real, for real. Um, but I guess, like, what's going on with y'all? Is anything new? Y'all have anything new going on? Are there any shows we should be watching? Let us know. Like, I don't think I've been able to actually have enough time to sit down and watch shows for real, for real. And now that I
For
do,
real?
I'm finding a lot of really, really good shows out here. So y'all let us know what shows we should be watching and catching
Okay.
up on.
Okay, so let's start with you though. What are some shows that you have caught up on? Because this whole thing to me is no different from me. Like, some days I'm like, I'm not finna watch,
Yeah.
there's no new shows for me. But I'll chime in just a little bit after you.
I've been watching. Let's see. I love, love, love. For Life. It's executive produced by 50 Cent. It's about
Mm-hmm.
a gentleman who was basically told that he committed a crime, and he didn't commit the crime, and they gave him life for it, and he's trying to get himself out by teaching himself the law and becoming a lawyer. So it was really, really, really good. It's a really, really good show, and if you have not seen it, check it out. For Life, it's so good. Y'all really gotta watch. Hey, Vincent Conway.
I know they are
Um,
tuning in. We want to thank you guys for coming in tonight. We done cut Shay off just a little bit. We have Trey Lawson, Layson. We have Vincent Conway, which should be, is that Mr. Conweezy, you think? I don't know. We'll see.
that probably is.
Probably. And then we have Miss Patrina Marbury. We want to thank y'all for tuning in. This is something new for us. So going live on YouTube this is a first.
Yeah.
Yeah, our first going live here, separate on our quarantine vibe. So we want to thank y'all for tuning in. So back to the question though, if you guys have anything you want to add, go ahead and add it. I see your comments, so I'll go ahead and add them, so we both can see them. So Shay asks, what was some good shows you guys are watching right now during quarantine? So they said, Ozark
Ozark. You
on
know what?
Netflix.
I started watching that and it got a little too I don't know, it's almost like Power. It got a little too real for me. So I kind of stopped watching it, but it was good. It was. That's all I can say. It was.
It was good. And then we have Trey. He said Queen Sono on Netflix. Have you seen that
I
one?
haven't seen that. I have to look for that one. I haven't seen that one. I've watched Uncorked. That's a movie. It's not a
Uncorked.
show. That was really, really good. About a boy who basically had the support of his mother, but not really his father. His father wanted him to take over the family business, and he
Yeah.
wanted to do something else that no one had ever really heard of, unless you were honestly a white person. Like, that's more stuff that they would have been into. And how you go through life and you go through tragedy and you work your behind off, and sometimes it just don't pay out, but in the end you still got to keep trying. Like, it was good. It was
It
good.
was good.
It was good. So I think that's one to watch, Uncorked. And what's another one? I'm trying to think of another one.
Well, the only show that I've kind of like actually sat down and watched has been The Joy, and I don't even know the name of it. I feel so
Oh,
terrible.
his series.
Yeah.
It's like a part
What's the
one,
name
part
of
two.
it?
I don't know. I don't really watch that.
No. Shoot, I forgot the name of the Jordan series. But anyway, I came in on episode 3 and 4. I watched episode 3 and 4. And I think it's called Behind the Scenes. Oh Jesus. Let me Google and see because I don't even know.
I don't know. My
But
husband
it
was
was
watching.
so far, it is so bomb. Like I have to go back and watch number 1 and number 2.
But did you has it made you? I've heard that he was afraid, that Jordan was afraid that it would change people's perception of him.
Him?
Did you get that?
Absolutely.
Did
It's
you
called
did
The
you get
Last
that?
Dance.
The Last Dance. Yes, yes. Did you get that
You
same
know what?
feeling?
Jordan is something. He is something. Like I think the now Jordan versus back then, I think from what I've seen on episode 3 and 4, it was exactly what I thought of him.
Mm-hmm.
But him reviewing the 2020 Jordan is just like, girl, he is so savage. Like Jordan doesn't care. He would give what is his name on the shows? They be doing like the reviews for Sports Center and stuff. What is his name? What is his name?
I know
the tall, light skinned one.
Stephen A.
No, he's not light skinned or tall.
I don't know.
No, the tall, light skinned one.
Who? I don't know who that is.
Oh, what is his name? Oh my God, he's very retired, like old school before Shaq.
old school retired. I don't know. Maybe the viewers.
Anyway, he would give him his run for his, like if Jordan was a commentator, he would be a great commentator. Like he would overpower everybody because his mouth is just, he's like Kobe. Like it's so freaky because he reminds me of Kobe. Like Kobe reminds me of him, of course, because he's older, but just a snippy, snappity, like don't care what you think. Like this is what I'm going to say, and I don't care what y'all think about me. Like he is so snappity. Yes, yes. So they got like another episode I think coming up with Kobe on it. So that's gonna be something to watch.
And that's gonna be something that everybody gonna be watching because they want.
I know, just to see Kobe talking about Jordan, I think it's gonna be bomb. So but yeah, that's the only thing I kind of caught up on. I haven't even watched the little the crocodile guy, not the crocodile,
the tiger
guy. I haven't watched it. I haven't really watched nothing.
I'm gonna pass on the tiger guy. That doesn't look like anything I'd be interested in watching, so I'm good on the tiger guy.
Yeah,
the Tiger King or something, whatever.
The Tiger King, that's the name of it. Patrina says she is watching Lock In.
Oh my God!
Lock
I
and
just
Key.
finished watching that. I binge watched that the other night. Lock and Key. You know what? If you like that kind of like magic and like that kind of stuff and like family dynamic movies where y'all are having some issues and there's been tragedy and y'all are working your ways through it and stuff like that, and just the normal typical things that people go through growing up, that adolescents go through growing up, except for the magic, obviously. But but it's really good. I like it. I actually thought it was good.
I don't watch so many shows, man.
I'm so sad. It wasn't that good.
What?
Trey Layson says it's a PG-13 version of What Went Down. Okay, so this must have been a book or a movie previously or something. I don't know. I never heard of it before.
No, he's trying to say the Jordan series is a PG-13 version of What Went Down.
Oh, okay.
Because girl, I can only imagine.
They're not gonna tell you the real. They're not gonna give you the real.
Jordan is a mess. Yeah. Jordan is a mess. But just to see that he was trying to live up to Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, like for me, I'm a basketball head, so just for me to like, he did all that, like to put his name up there with Magic Johnson, and who, like all these years later, look at him now. He's like Michael Jordan, like he's up there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was just cool to see. So let's go ahead and move on to the next question for tonight.
Okay. So it is. Let us know.
What are you spending your time on lately?
Yeah. What are y'all spending y'all time doing mostly lately, or more of than you used to do before quarantine?
Yeah.
Now that we're kind of in this thing, we can actually have, there should be maybe some habits or something that you done picked up, whether good or bad, that you
Yeah, right there, Shay. Stay right there. Go up some more.
Go up.
Yeah.
Girl, I'm short.
Yeah, right there.
I'm short.
Perfect.
Okay. I'm trying.
Yeah,
Uh,
we trying. Yeah, we trying. So excuse me if you hear me telling her how to turn left, right, up, and down. Okay. So, oh, we got one last one. They said the Little Fires on Hulu was dope.
I heard that was really good. Okay. So I'm gonna check that one out. I've heard that one
You
was.
got Little Fires, and also we got Patrina. She said The Witcher. The Witcher. I don't know.
I've seen it. I mean, I saw it on there, but I haven't watched it. So that's another one I'll check. Okay. Thank y'all for the recommendations.
Yeah, because I'm not really watching no shows or anything like that. Like you guys, like I've said this probably before in the podcast. A lot of people probably haven't heard that, but this has been my life before quarantine. Like being an entrepreneur, my time, I have to focus on like the next project and what I'm thinking about and what I'm doing and still working, doing real estate. And I'm still doing my normal. Like I don't have time. Some days I'm like, I feel guilty if I sit there and watch all of these shows. Like I feel like, Angela, what are you doing with your time? You can watch TV later. You got work to do. You need to start brainstorming. You need to get ready for the next thing. What's going to be the next contract? What's going to be the contracts coming up in the next 5 contracts? Like my mind is always going. So I don't have time to sit back. I try to make the time, but I just don't have time to really do like a full. If I do series, I will binge watch it and be done with it and be like, okay, on to the next.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. So what am I doing in my time lately? I've been honestly doing the same old same.
You've been doing the same old, same old.
I've been doing the same old, same old. I think I'm doing a lot of like internal work. Like some days I find myself literally sitting back just thinking. Like some days I am literally just thinking. Like there is no book, there is no phone. Some days I'm just literally just sitting back, like either in my bed or on the couch. I am just sitting there thinking about so much, or I have to write stuff down. Like my mind is always on 100. Like it always is going and going and going. But lately I've just been um finding myself just sitting, just thinking. Honestly, like for real, like dazing out. I don't know what's worse, dazing out or watching a show. But just dazing out, just thinking and thinking about the future and the end of the year, the beginning of next year, my birthday in March. You know what I mean? Like just thinking. I just been thinking a lot.
Yeah.
Trying to get my faith like together, getting my project with that around my endorsed by God, just trying to focus on how I really want to come out with it. And there's some other things going on with it that I have to still fix. That I still can't believe even facing right now in doggone May. But everything happens for a reason. But just thinking, man, I just been thinking my butt off. So what we have, somebody has just said, they have been researching, trying to learn new skills.
Okay. Mr. Layson.
Yep. We have Mr. Conway saying, Kerry Washington. Oh, he's talking about another show, a different show. I think these things are like delayed coming from YouTube.
Yeah.
But I think it was another show starring Kerry Washington. Patrina said a lot of life planning and me and God time. And that's dope because you gotta start planning something. That's one thing I can't say, going back to the question about what I've been watching. I think I watch more things on YouTube, like not really how-to videos, of course, my spiritual and all of that content, but I've been watching like other stuff, like inspirational stuff, when it comes to not inspirational stuff, like more of keep being focused and being driven and that type of content. You know what I mean? I've been watching that on YouTube too. So that's like my shows in a way. So we got somebody else who said working on my new startup for my commercial loan business. That's dope.
All right, Mr. Conway.
That's definitely needed and so good.
Using
So what you been up to, Shay?
Just working on the things that I want to accomplish before the end of the year. I try to set a goal for further out, but I try to focus on the things closer so that I actually accomplish those. Because I tend to get
Yeah.
kind of like scatterbrained when I have too many things going on. So I just I'm trying to focus on what I want to accomplish in the next 2 months, what I'm going to accomplish in the next about month and a half, and what I want to make sure is on and popping by December. So
Yeah.
just just I find myself on YouTube a lot too, just watching different things, trying to learn new skills, trying to find multiple ways to make income. I feel like now, I think if this time teaches you nothing else, it
Yeah.
teaches you that you need to have multiple ways to make money. Period.
Yeah.
You
And
can't
and,
not
and
afford to just clock in at somebody else's clock and think that that should be all the money that you bring into your household. Like, you gotta be doing other things, or you have to find a way to make one thing multiple ways of making money in that one thing.
yeah,
So, which
I agree with
preferably
that
is
one
a
too.
better way to do, because you can focus on that rather than kind of being,
Many different
scattered about.
things. And if you
Yeah.
are many different things, I just say you have many different things, you just gotta plow down and start planting down. You know what I mean? And just start pulling
Prioritize.
multiple strings of each one,
Yeah.
and how you can do that. I agree with that too. So
Uh,
um
Ink Mark asked Shayla, "Do you zone out as well?" I actually do, because she said that's a Pisces thing, zoning out. Because she zones out all the time.
oh
I would have to say, if you ask my husband, he would say yes. Like, what are you looking at? What were you just thinking about? What you
oh
okay?
girl,
Like, I zone out a lot, and a lot
I
of
can
times
attest
I'm
for
thinking
that,
about,
people.
yeah.
I can attest for Shay zoning out.
You can be talking, I'm listening to you, but I'm thinking about something else at the same time. Like, it's crazy. I don't know. So I zone out a lot. So I don't know. Maybe it is a Pisces thing. I don't know, but I definitely do. I feel like my mind is always, like, I'm always thinking about something. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
Sassy Moy just joined.
All right,
But
Mr.
yeah,
Sound Easy.
I don't know. But I definitely, I'm glad to hear that people are actually out here being productive and not taking this time to sleep, to get a whole bunch of extra sleep in and all that other kind of stuff, because you can sleep when you gone and on out of here.
I mean, it's important to sleep too. You know what
It
I
is
mean? Like
not
having
let's
some,
use this time to have 4 naps a day. Like, let's use this time to actually learn from what's happening, and make sure that if this ever happens again, that you're gonna be okay, and not that you're
yeah,
like, oh, I hope this don't end. I hope this end in a month, because my funds gonna be dried up. You know what I'm saying? Like, just being ready for these kind of moments, because you never know. You
yeah.
never
Agreed.
know. Like, I
Agreed.
can't, like, for example, I can't believe already, the company Book It. I don't know if whoever does a lot of traveling and all that kind of stuff, they're out of business as of today. They are out of business. If you call the number, they ain't answering. If you
Look
email, they
here.
ain't respond. It's bouncing back. Bookit.com is done. Period. And that's a Florida-based business. Why are we surprised? Why do I even say? Why do I even say that? So it's a Florida, but they are done. And anybody who had a deposit or any money with them, you lost that. That's finished. So I would, yeah. A lot of people are complaining because they're like, we're calling for our money, and they're basically, they have no phone lines, they have nothing. You're not
Oh
getting
yeah, 'cause their
anybody.
business is surrounded by travel,
Yeah. So
hotel.
that's
Yeah,
it. They're done. So I would say that what that tells me is, anybody who has any kind of reservation for anything in the next, I would say, period. It don't even matter if you have a reservation for anything. You need to get your money back now and wait for this is over, and then go deal with that again. Because if a company goes out of business, you could be just like them, and because they're third party, you can't go to the actual airlines to do anything. They can't
yeah,
get back nothing.
yeah.
It's sad. It's really sad. Like, people losing like, I heard one guy lost his honeymoon money. That was $2,500 gone.
That's sad.
Yeah, that's terrible. So
I gotta
I don't
Google
know
that and see who
how
else
that's
is going out. Huh?
I don't even know how that's legal. Like, that shouldn't even be legal that you can do that. Like, if you're going out of
That's
business,
how they
you
do
give all
though.
the people their money back.
That's how they do. I remember when I started my salon, I had to get hurricane shutters, right? And this company was one of the biggest companies down here in South Florida. And of course, it was around the time I get the doggone hurricane shutters that I needed. They go out of business and declare bankruptcy. It took me almost a year and a half with a court date for me to get my money back. Like, and I paid all the money because I wanted my stuff. I think the company didn't do no deposit. You have to pay all your money, pay for it, and they'll come out and do your permit and like all this stuff. Girl, I paid them people all that money and they were nowhere to be found. I had to wait all that time to get my money back. And that's just how it goes. So they sad. Probably will get their money back. We don't know. That's a huge company. But right now they ain't gonna see it for a while. Like for me, it took almost, like I said, it took almost a year and a half before I got my money back. Ooh. And it wasn't thousands and thousands of dollars. It was probably like maybe like $1,200, but still.
Well, I don't care if it was 100.
Yeah, because then I had to wait for the 12 to come back a year and a half later. Then I had to get bars. I had to get something else in the meantime to hold my glass windows. You know what I mean? So, girl, it was just a hot mess. So I feel sorry for those people. It's gonna have me Google and see who else, like Travelocity and like all of those people. Then the bucket is gone. So we have a quick side note real quick. Trey said, do you think it's harder to get a startup going and support it during this time? It all depends on what the startup is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It all depends on, but I don't think it's a hard time. It just all depends on how you go about it. I don't think this is a time to not make it. I think it's a perfect time to start. And test the waters out and all that time. I personally think so. It's just to test it out and see how things go. But it all depends on how you do it. We all know, like now, so many things are now accepted. Like this view right here is accepted for doggone the view on a national network. Like they allow people to be at home now. Like they would have never did that. Like it was not professional looking. Like it's just so many things that are getting passed by now. So it's just a good time to like take advantage of the not being 100%.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Ideas, just start.
Yeah, just start it, see how I go. Because I'm in the same phase myself. And the only reason why I'm a little bit behind on my full project is because I'm waiting on some stuff to get completely done. And I've just been going, oh my God, some suppliers. There's just a lot of stuff going on with my own personal side business and project that I started. So I'm on pause and I'm just trying to keep it going without starting my full push, how I really want to push it. Because I really need that part. But maybe I don't. Maybe I don't. But yeah, so just go ahead and start it. Like, why not? Why not? But yeah, so that's what we're doing with our time. Let's go to the next question for tonight.
All right. So, okay, during quarantine as well, y'all let us know what's the last purchase you have made that was not a necessity. The last purchase that you've made that was not a necessity. Okay.
My last purchase. I think my last purchase that was not a necessity was some furniture, some hair, necessity. What did I buy? I went to Target the other day and we all know what Target does. So I went to Target.
You know you're supposed to stay out of Target. You already know. I don't know what you were saying.
Went to Target and got some things that I don't have to have, but I just wanted them. So yeah, a few things. Not too crazy though. What about you?
Not too crazy. I'm about to make a big purchase very soon, but it's actually a necessity, so I won't go there.
Yes.
The last thing I purchased that was not a necessity.
Mm-hmm.
I've actually been doing really good with staying off buying things off of sites. So I think I've only bought 2 things since quarantine started, and I actually needed those. So I would say, if anything, it would have been food, and it would have been. I bought them little. If you ever had them little patty pies, they didn't have none of the big ones at the store, so I bought like 12 of the little small ones. I didn't need them. I did not need them at all. I bought 12. I did, and sat them right on that counter, and they're all gone. they're all gone. Me and Jay told them up all the way, like they're finished. I didn't need them at all, but that's what I mean. I can't think of nothing else because everything else I've needed. I've been doing really good with sticking to my don't buy stuff if you don't need it. If you don't absolutely need it, don't do it. So I've been doing good. I would say.
Okay. Trey Layson said fast food. Listen,
yeah.
I found myself the other day. I had to pull myself back together because I was like, Angie, you have food at home. You have like a full kitchen. Like you have a full fridge, you have a full freezer, you have a full pantry, cabinets. You got food, girl. Go home. Leave that food in them people's hand. Just go home and eat. So
Look,
I'm with you, Trey. I'm with you. Like I was like, I had to talk myself out of that.
I want you to come over here. I need you to come over here and tell your friend, my husband, that why did he go out and go get him a smoothie from Smoothie King, and the large one too, not the little small one. Went and got the most expensive one he could find and came back to this house and all this food in this refrigerator. Don't make no sense. No sense at all.
It's a habit. I think it's a habit for people. We breaking habits, but what I can say I'm doing good. I haven't been in Starbucks. I'm not waiting online for no drink.
That's a real accomplishment.
Yeah, I'm not waiting online for no drink.
You was a Starbucks queen, okay?
Yeah, I'm not waiting online for no drink. So I've been doing good with that. Like I'm like, oh, so I can live like this. I can live like this.
Well, okay.
I have tea at my house. Huh?
What have you replaced the coffee with?
Well, I kind of been replaced the coffee. I started getting like green teas from there, like the big green tea. With liquid cane sugar in it.
Oh yeah, so I know because
I kind of had been going off of it anyway. But I got tea in my house. Like I love tea now. Like I would make me a tea. I don't need no sugar in it. Tea, green tea, and different types.
I can't drink tea with no sugar in it.
We know. We know people when she used to come over here. I used to have sugar just for her.
I'm sorry. I'm not used to that at all. But anyway, so that's how quarantine life has been going. We like to check in on y'all, make sure y'all are good. Maybe help y'all think about things that y'all are doing, maybe good and bad habits, things you should maybe incorporate into y'all lives while y'all are on quarantine. But we hope and pray that y'all are all doing well, and most of all that you'll have your health, because none of this other stuff is important if your health ain't good. Okay.
Yeah.
But
so next question for tonight.
Yes. Our next question tonight is
body
standards. So we know that if you are on IG that you have been watching, you have seen something about LisaRaye on Fox Soul. It was her, Claudia Jordan, Selena Johnson, and Vivica Fox all having like a live conversation about basically about body standards, and how basically LisaRaye made a comment about the Kardashians being the reason why the body shape has changed and become popular and the it thing to have. And a lot of people obviously make comments that that's not true and all that kind of stuff. So our question to y'all is, have the Kardashians truly had an impact on what the society sees now as beautiful when it comes to your body shape? You know, there's always phases when, you know, skinny was good and everyone was dieting, and now everyone seems to be on somebody's surgery table trying to get what the Kardashians and what Black people have had forever. You feel me? They're all getting all the credit for having something that we've had naturally forever. So
yeah,
you all feel like that is truly the case, that they have changed the standard of beauty alone just with their family. And then also we'd like to know, fellas, do you all truly want, is that what you aspire for when you're looking for your mate or a girl? Do you want that body shape? Do you look for your girl to have that kind of body shape, whether it's real or purchased? It don't matter which one it is, as long as they got it. And ladies, do you feel pressured by society now to have that kind of body shape to get a certain kind of man? certain kind of man.
Ooh, girl, these some parts. You're gonna have to say some of these parts for next week, girl. These are some good.
Don't worry, I'm gonna say it again. A certain kind of man, and to secure the bag, as she would, as Lisa Ray said. Because I know some people personally that truly do believe that they have to have that kind of body in order to get the kind of man they want. It's sad, but it's
or
what
a
it
certain
is. So,
job.
yes.
Or
So y'all let us know what y'all are feeling, fellas and ladies. We want to know from both sides what y'all feel about that whole conversation.
yeah.
And thank you, Frederick McCoy. I see you.
So we have Katrina on YouTube. She said in some ways she did see that.
Okay.
And she also added that it's for weak-minded people to think like that, to think that you have to have that, I guess.
I agree.
Yes. She basically overall just said either you're gonna love me or leave me alone. Come on, Katrina.
Okay, come on, Katrina. Thank you.
So Trey Lason said facts.
Okay.
And he said it may be popular, but exaggerated is it definitely.
Okay, so now it's like overboard. Like, get off TV. We tired of seeing it. Okay.
Yeah. So it may be popular for them to be like the whatever people to have this body type, but I think it started with the video vixens. And I remember this is before the Kardashians. I remember being a part of that crew for a second, for a split second, in my past. And I remember, like, if you didn't have like the big boobs and the shapely body, you know, it's for me, it started then. I remember the magazines, how we used to have to push our hips out and push our butt out and hold and push and arch. And oh my God, I used to all that for a photo shoot. But I think it started with us, but I think they may have heightened it, of course, because they're white. They heighten our hairstyles too. They heighten our braids. When they get braids, it's like the best thing on earth, even though we wear braids too. I just think that's just a cultural thing when it comes to white people when they do everything that we do. For example, what is his name? Who had the coronavirus? Him and his wife.
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks, his wife, right? Mm-hmm. She goes and raps this song, right? Now we rap this song all the time, but it becomes a big thing in the news because it's a white woman rapping this black person's song. You know what I mean? So I think it roots from that. Not that they get all the credit, but I think it just roots from that. For whatever odd reason, they just get claps on when they do our stuff. I remember this one video. I'm gonna just go ahead and end after this, but I remember this one video Missy had reposted of this white woman. She had danced to one of her songs, right? Mm-hmm. And not dance. She rapped one of her songs. And I was like, with all, you know, like everybody can rap that song. We do it. You could go to the hashtag and find a lot of black people doing the same thing, but for whatever reason, it captured her to say, okay, this white woman just went viral because she did Missy's song. So I think it's the same thing with a body, right? Second part to the question, I'm natural. Baby, you gotta, I'm like, Patrina, you gotta love me or you gotta leave me because I'm not getting nothing done. This is it. This is it. I can't. Only thing I would have got done was like shave my forehead down, but I can't do that. It's there. It ain't going nowhere. 4 fingers, 5 fingers in. It's not going. It ain't going nowhere. But yeah, it's just sad though because we all find ourselves sometimes as women. We may say that we don't think about it, but we do think about it just slightly. Like, dang, like I wish I had a flatter stomach, or I wish I was thicker.
Yeah,
we all say that. True. In high school and middle school, be like, oh yeah, I'm thick or whatever, and you be so bony. You be so bony. You want to be thick so bad.
I'm slim thick.
Yeah, so it's just like it's been going on for a long time. They are not the only ones, but I think they are the ones who heighten it because of social media. It's a brand new thing for us, and they came in a social media era. And that's really it.
I would agree. But
Trey, yeah. So YouTube, they're saying they like them real and healthy, never artificial.
Love it. I love it. Go ahead. I see Mr. Conway said something.
Mr. Conway said all of them except Selena had the wall. Lisa Ray still think it's 1998 for her to still out chasing instead of looking for a good guy. Okay, we're gonna cut that off.
I'm not even gonna go there. But I would just I ain't gonna go there. Conway, come on now. I don't even. Oh, okay. So
girl, that's Mr. Conway, girl. I forgot who we talking to.
I just can't. I'm gonna say that again. I would agree with you. I would agree with you wholeheartedly. Like I think that when they do it, it becomes this thing. Like, oh, now it's popular. You know, we're always inventing stuff or coming up with stuff or doing stuff way before other people. But when they, and they catch on latest crap, and then now it's a big thing. I think, most cultures have always, when they go get plastic surgery and all that kind of stuff, it's because they're trying to get features like ours that we have naturally. You understand what I'm saying? So I wish we cared about and glorified our own stuff as much as other cultures do, because they may make comments and they may do all that they try to do and hate on us all they want, but everything they do shows that they love everything about us. You understand what I'm saying? So I think that they made it a big thing, but I don't think they created the beauty standard. No, they knew it was bomb before that. It just became a big thing because here comes this non-black girl with, hips and a butt, and she done, got in bed with somebody that everybody know. And now her whole family became, now father's this and that. So the family became a big thing. So I would just say it's all that. I wouldn't put it all on them, but it has dictated how the younger girls out now, maybe not our age, but younger girls now growing up, is they want to have that body type. You see a lot of
automatic
younger girls going and getting surgeries and stuff to have that, like, and now everyone's like looking the same. Like, does anyone not have a tabletop booty? Like, anyone, like, no.
But you know what? Looking the same has just been something I never agreed with, even when I was like in high school and middle school. Amen. Like now women are really looking the same. And I mean like no, like the same.
Exactly.
Like
from the lashes to the makeup.
From the pictures to and I understand there's some things that are trendy, and I get that, and I understand that part. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say, "Oh, I'm just so different," or whatever the case is. But I gotta have my end. Like, I need me. You feel me? I can't blend. Yes, I can blend in and get the bag. I can blend in and get the bag if I wanted to. You feel me? But I can't do it. Like I could blend in and get the bag. But what do I lose? I end up losing me. I end up losing the best thing God has ever created, which is Angela Pitts, aka Miami Honey. You feel me? So why would I diminish what God created? You know what I mean? Like it's hard, and as women, as young girls too, it's hard to try to keep your own self in line and keep your own self in check when you keep your eyes open and see, okay, this is what's popping, this is what gets all the attention, this is what the guys are liking, this is what the guys are wifing up, this is the guys are cheating on their wives with. You know what I mean? Like it's something. You know what I mean? So of course we see it, and sometimes it does get embedded in us just a tad, because we can't sit here and say it doesn't, because that's a lie.
Yeah, that's a lie.
It comes in just a little bit, but at the same time, I just thank God for keeping me, because some days it is hard. Some days we say, okay, we want to shoot, let me go ahead and do whatever. Man, I get the what? It's easy to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's hard. It's harder to try to keep my own self alive. Yeah. And I have to just keep myself alive. And that's it. I can't blend in, man. Gotta stand out.
I feel you. And I'm all about that. I am not with everyone looking the same or being the same or nothing. I'm with be who you are. I think that was one thing that I think really made us click when we first met each other, is that we were who we were. And
Yeah.
we weren't gonna let nobody tell us nothing different. We were proud and confident in who we were. Whether we
Yeah.
looked different, whether whatever the case may be, we didn't care how we rocked our hair, how we wore our clothes. It didn't matter. We was
This
us.
is
And
true.
that's what I'm really hoping and praying. Like, I know, because in the past I've said if I've ever wanted to have surgery, I would have surgery on my nose, because I hate this little bump on my nose. But you know what? No. The bump is there. Enjoy it, love it, honey. See it, embrace it, do what you got to do, learn to love it, because it's not going nowhere. And that just is what it is, because I want to be able to teach my children that there's nothing wrong with you. You know, you need to learn to love you. You can't sit here and tell them to learn to love themselves, and then you out here, getting everything sucked and tucked and ripped off, and you don't look nothing like your former self. Like, nah. So
You look not like
I
your DNA. You feel me? Because your DNA will never
nothing like
change.
your mama and daddy, and I can't be a part of that, and I ain't gonna push that or nothing like that. So, I definitely think that it's sad. I think that there are women out here who are actually thinking that they can't get the people who make a certain, who their status is a certain way, if they're not built this way. If they're not, oh, I can't get nobody to pay this bill and do that if I'm not built like A, B, C, and D. How about you just be in the best shape that your body is supposed to be in, and then that's it. And whoever is meant to be with you will be with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's sad, but it's life, and it is what it is. And everyone doesn't have that mindset. Everyone's not strong minded like that.
And then and I get on the other end, some of them just do it because they want to just have a better self-esteem about themselves, which goes back to the root of like a self-love thing. And I get like some people do it to say, you know what, this what makes me feel better. You know what I mean? Then I have to think about that, because I have to dig deep and say, okay, Angie, like, you can't judge them. So what is it about you that makes you feel better? When I wear my weaves, I feel better. So I don't know if and it sucks, right? I should be able to wear my natural hair on this camera and be like, yeah, I'm rocking my fro. What's good? You know what I mean? But that's something I have to still deal with. It's something I'm still struggling with. You know what I mean? So I understand where they come from when it comes to the whole body thing. It's just it's a different position of it. But at the end of the day, man, some people just look so much better without, especially the face surgery. Like, I'm like, okay, you want to uplift your boobs, or you want to get your stomach, but when you start playing with your entire face, like, that's the one I don't get, because you were beautiful like the way you are. You know what I mean? But then again, that just may be their thing.
You're taking the chance of looking worse
Being
than you
watched.
looked before. Why would I gamble with that?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not. Again, it's different when you have you were born with maybe a certain kind of illness, or you have some kind of deformity. That is different than you just saying, I just don't think that I'm pretty.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go out here and change everything about me. Period. Like, everything about me.
Just get a whole new body. Throw the old body away.
At this point, I wonder if Kylie's daughter will ever even look like her.
She won't, unless she gets surgery.
Because she doesn't look anything like herself prior. So she can say what she wants. She ain't never had no surgery. We are know that's not true.
The thing is, I think what people fail to realize is that the surgery is just the exterior, but the DNA is still there.
The DNA is still there. So
DNA not going nowhere. Your DNA tells your whole story. Like, that man had divorced that lady across seas when they had these babies, and ain't look nothing like her because she had so much surgery.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, she looked good. She had whoever that doctor was amazing. But that's not the point. He didn't know who he was married to. But again, you like it, I love it, honey. If it makes you feel good.
Yeah, if it makes you feel good, listen. I can't even, like I said, I can't judge. I can't be no, you should, because I have my own struggles. We all have our own different struggles. If it ain't surgery, it's hair. If it ain't hair, it's makeup. If it ain't makeup, it's clothes. If it ain't that, it's something else. I don't want to wear this because of that. You know what I mean? We all have our own different struggles. So,
but we're
not going to give them all the credit either, though. It wasn't them.
But we are encouraging. If it's not broke, don't fix it, honey.
Exactly. Exactly. I'm with that.
On from that, we got any comments on that one?
The only thing we have here is somebody new that said, yes, we are dominant one. Strong African queen is built like a pyramid.
Ooh.
We all need to be who we are and not to impress people.
All
I
right,
like
Stack
that.
Master. We like that one.
I
That's
like
good.
that.
All right, so I think we are.
Oh, heck, go another one that said, look, Kim used to be so beautiful until she went under the knife too.
Oh my God, beautiful. Now she just looks crazy.
I
Like, you
love
know,
Lil Kim though.
if she's smiling or mad or pissed or indifferent, you don't know what she is no more. Like, again, it just,
I
why
love Lil Kim.
why all to perpetrate a fraud, because that's
Well,
not.
whatever. I don't know what happened with her between then and there, but I still love Lil Kim. Old Lil Kim, new Lil Kim. I just wish she would have. I wish she would have just saw how beautiful she was. You know what I mean? And it probably
Yeah,
was just people around her, people she was exposed to. I don't know what could have
yeah,
happened. What was, even though she's a hard exterior, we still don't know what her insecurities were. But Lil
yeah.
Kim, I love you, girl. Old and
We
new.
still love her. I just wish she would have stayed
Of
away
course.
from that extra knife. That's all.
All
Okay.
right. Next
So,
question for the night is background checks.
yes.
Go ahead and give them
All
the
right,
spill.
y'all. So when y'all are when you are about to date someone, or you are currently in the middle of dating someone, okay? Now, if you've listened to anything on Instagram, you've seen that Jennifer Williams had an issue with her ex, and basically she found out her ex. She didn't even know her ex. She didn't even know his last name. This whole time she'd been calling him something else, and that wasn't his name. And she had to find out from other people on Instagram that that was not his real name. Okay,
Wow.
so our question to you all is, do you all think at this point in time that it's important to actually do research or background checks on your potential suitors? Straight up. And we was gonna use the N word, but we ain't gonna use it. We're just gonna say
You
potential
said
suitors.
and you said and
Or it doesn't matter, either one or both. Do you think that it's necessary to do research, like do your research on people that you're getting hooked up with? Because again, she dated this man and was calling him some whole other government name that ain't his government name. She don't know nothing about him.
that's
Nothing.
crazy.
And that's scary.
Yeah, that's
That's
scary
scary that
too.
you can be
Go
dealing
ahead.
with
I'm sorry.
someone and talking to someone, and they learning your personal business, and they be in your personal space, and they learn your family and do all this kind of stuff, and you don't know nothing about them. I
Yeah.
mean, I ain't gonna go so far as to say background checks. I ain't gonna, but I think you should do a little bit of. This is why that stage of let's just talk and get to know each other is so important, and learning to keep the sex out of it and all that other
Mm.
stuff out of it, so that you can really get to know the person, their likes, their dislikes, what do they do for a living, what do they think about their future, what kind of credits they have, all those kind of things. Those things are important. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to know, especially them credit scores and what kind of job you got. That is very important information. Where do you come from? Who is your family? Can I meet them? All that other kind of stuff. That's very, very important, because if you ain't seen driver's license and you ain't seen birth certificates, you don't know who you dealing with. And I mean, I think that story didn't say nothing but do your research on people before you start dealing with them, inviting them into your life, because
Yeah.
that's crazy to me. That's real
Yeah.
crazy.
I agree. So like they said, they said, oh girl, all that. Everything you said, all that.
I mean, like, I don't mean be psychos and be like you in a garbage can looking for information. We ain't talking about that, but we definitely mean like doing your due diligence and finding out about their past and lives, because that is some scary. That is scary.
No, it's scary. It's
When,
scary.
when
Because
Go
it
ahead.
makes me think, okay, would I ever do search on somebody? I absolutely would. I will search your name and see what comes up.
Yeah,
I have
yeah,
to. I'm gonna play it off like I didn't, but I will, because I need to see
yeah,
if that's true, especially if you're not like a celebrity, or you're like not a known figure or something like that.
hmm
You have to, like, I remember I'm going on this coffee meetup. Nothing major, just some coffee. And the guy told me his name. Now he said he just wasn't on social media. And I'm like, okay, cool. You're not on social media. That's cool. So when I left and I Googled your name, nothing comes up. Like nothing. No, that's a fake name. I don't believe it. So you don't get talked to. I can't find nothing.
So he had no Instagram, no Facebook, no nothing.
No.
Yeah, no.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. No, at least one
Yeah.
of those. You got
And
one.
again, that's just me out at it's like I'll take my computer to Starbucks or something like that. You have somebody you have everybody is sitting around each other. It's nothing unnormal. And then somebody may introduce themselves and say blah blah blah, and girl, it was just a mess.
Anyone just joining us right now, we are actually live on YouTube. Where me and Miami, aka Angie, are on YouTube right now on the same screen. So if you are joining us from either her live or my live, we are on YouTube live. If you want to see us both on the same screen, so you can write your comments, and your comments will actually show up on the screen. So if you want to head over there, just wanted to throw that out there. Y'all have that option. Okay, so back to the topic. But yes, ma'am.
Right.
I definitely think that we should start researching the people that we get involved with, and because it's just so many crazy people out here, and I just think it's unwise to waste your time with people if you could have known things about them prior to. Again, there's always ways to hide stuff and all that, but you're less likely if you use your due diligence and do what you need to do your research on them and not get too involved too early. I think, and women in particular, guys can lay it down and be out and not really think too much more of it. Our feelings get involved. Our pride, because we felt like we gave you something precious. You understand what I'm saying? So we just have to be smarter in the decisions that we make when we're out here dating and talking to people. And when you're talking, you should be doing just that. Talking. Nothing else. Talking. Learning about their life. That's about it. They have no further access to you but that until you
right
it so that they're worthy of more than that from you.
Yeah.
So that's just my and that's all potential suitors. Angie likes that.
Yeah. So Jack Master said it's like a mob dating. I need to know your last name and where your mama stay. Everything.
Straight up. Like you got to. It's just not wise to not to anymore, especially when now, because of quarantine, the dating thing now is not like, it's not like you're out and you get to mingle and you get to no, that's conversations only. I got to do my research on you. Period. We don't the dating game is gonna change. If this lasts any longer, like, it's going to change. And you'll have no choice but to start doing that research on in the back. You ain't got to tell them, but you should be doing it on your own.
Exactly. So we got a response from Mr. Conweezy. I need to know what high school or college she went to so he can check her pass score card.
Hey, that's fine. I don't have no problem with that. No problem. This is for guys. This is information for fellas and ladies.
Her H check. Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Our YouTube channel is Brains and Beauty ×2. And yes, you can see the name above on my link. Brains in the letter N, Beauty X2. Hey, pretty girl, rock one.
Shay, see if you could pin my comment right there.
Okay. I'm going to try to pin it. Sorry. As you know, I don't know how to do all this.
Okay, Teddy Riley.
Pin. Ooh. That girl learned how to pin. Y'all saw that? Okay. So, yeah. Yeah, that's how y'all can check us out. But yeah, I definitely think that it's so much wiser, ladies and fellas, to do the work that you need to learn about people before you allow them to have an intimate look into your life.
Yeah, I just think that's crazy, man. I could not believe the story. I just couldn't believe it. I'm like, he got so many first names and different last name, like it was, whoo, that is so scary.
I need to see high school books. I need to
Let me
see
see some pictures.
pictures. I need all that. What a driver's license at? Let me see all. I need to
Let
make
me
sure
see the, yeah.
it needs
Let
to
me
match
see the
the name
driver
on the
license.
card. All that stuff. I'm not playing game. Like we not finna play this game. No, I'm trying to.
Yeah.
So that's my personal opinion on that right there.
Yeah. So the last question for this evening, you guys, we wanted to go ahead and do something a little different. And throw in when the mood is happening, when it's almost time to do the do.
Do the do, honey.
Do the do. Ladies, fellas, so we could probably roll this one over to next week too. So, ladies and fellas, have you ever stopped and said, you know what, I didn't really work out as much. I'm sorry. Or, my bra and panties don't match right now, but you know what? Oh, I should have put on a little bit more deodorant. I'm sorry. Or, I don't know, like, has your insecurities when it was almost time to get into the moment and do the little do, has it ever like spoiled the moment, like ruined the moment? And if so, like, what is
Whether
the thing?
it so whether it was you or it happened to you, that's the question.
I mean, yeah, I think some guys can be insecure,
Okay. Okay.
but I know as ladies, we do it a lot though.
Yes, we
Ladies,
do.
we do that a lot. We go in and the clothes are starting to come off, and you like, oh, but what? I'm sorry,
Come
my
on, cut,
I know my
cut that
bra
light
panties.
off. cut, cut, cut that light off right there on the wall. Hit that light. Yeah.
Girl.
Oh my god. Okay, I will chime in on this one.
Okay.
Yes, I believe that does happen, and actually, IG is about to end in literally 20 seconds. But we will definitely revisit this conversation next week, guys. So if you're missing it now, it's okay. We will revisit it again. But thank y'all for joining. Everyone who joined in on our IG lives today.
Yeah, we're
Love
gonna wrap up
y'all.
on.
And again, check us next week, YouTube Live.
Okay, so she ended IG live.
All right. So
We're
okay.
gonna go
So
ahead and
back
wrap it up
back
with you
to our
guys.
good podcast and YouTube viewers and Facebook. Um. Okay. So I would say it has happened to me numerous times. Um. And I'm just one where like I want everything to be right. So if it's not right, I'm like, oh no, wait, hold on, let's go do this and let's change this and let's do like that's always been me. Like I feel like that moment that those times are so special to me that I want it to just be right. So I overthink things a lot.
Yeah.
My husband has told me that numerous times. And I have to learn to do better with just knowing that he loves me, regardless, and it doesn't have to be, incense and this and that. It don't have to be all that, you know what I'm saying? But I tend to go there in my own mind, and I would say sometimes it is my insecurity. Like I'm not in the best shape. I'm not there are certain things that I wish that I am currently working on changing, but I haven't changed in a while. And I do find myself tending to try to cover up sometimes and do all that kind of stuff. So I mean, just being honest, like I have had those moments where I have ruined a mood. Uh, not intentionally, because I'm not intentionally, but I have ruined the mood, and I have to do better with that because again, he loves me regardless, and I should not be thinking about those things, especially not in those moments. I should just be in the moment. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
be in the moment and living in the moment. I think about nothing else. So I have to do better with that. But it definitely has happened. I have been the person doing that. So I it has happened before. What about
Yeah.
you, Ange?
So we're gonna go ahead and go with Trey. He said on YouTube Live, he says guys may do it in the bathroom before the act, but never in front of the woman.
Oh, so y'all be in
Y'all be cheating.
Y'all cheating. See, we don't even have time. Y'all don't even let us give us time to do all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, when y'all ready right now. Like, there's no prep. You know what I'm saying? There's no time to prep. I'd be like, give me a second. Like, no, y'all be ready to go. Y'all just be ready to go. It's crazy to me. Y'all be ready to go. Y'all don't even give us time. And y'all be in there cheating. See, now you're going to make me check. Every time I'm going to go in there and check and make sure that he ain't prepping too.
See, look, they all saying it. Look, Stackmaster, I'm smooth for that.
Okay.
Mr. Conweezy said, no, I make sure I shower before I get into action. But one chick told me she didn't have a shaved area.
Okay.
That was not a big deal for me. And I think we all be like that, like, oh, like, oh my God, he finna see, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Oh,
I'm not, for example, because when you go to a club, think about it. You're showing, when you go out and about, I prep myself for my best. Do you feel what I'm saying? Like, you're seeing me at my best because I prep myself knowing I'm going to see people and I may see a potential person that I may be interested in or whatever. Not me, obviously not me, but you know what I meant. So it's like that moment, a lot of the time, it's a heat of the moment thing, and you're not thinking about that until it's really about to go down, and you like, oh snap, you want to do this right now? you want to do this right now, like not in like 10 minutes now, like give me 10 minutes to make sure my stuff match, and give me 10 minutes to make sure I'm prepared, like tighten up a little bit, like no, you ready right now? Like, it's crazy. Y'all fellas, y'all a different breed. I just don't understand that, because if everything's not good, like that, you being able, I think when you get married, it tends to change. Like, they don't really care. That's kind of the thing I've gotten from it, but I still care. Like, I don't want to get up and like kiss and we ain't brushed our teeth yet. Like, what you doing? Like, don't touch me. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So these are things I have to learn to get past, because it's very hard for me to get past them in my mind. But I'm venting. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine, girl. Vent. I have nothing to say.
Oh my God.
I'm trying to think of the last time I've been in an actual situation like that. It's been a long time. Long time. But I can remember just being extra shy and being kind of reserved and feeling like my body ain't all that, and and my bra coming off in this different ratios from bra boobs and not bra boobs, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And the standard, the fake perky, because they natural. So it's like, you have that little,
yeah.
And then on top of that, I was younger too at the time. So I think, when I get married and have all of that type of situation and be ready to have fun, I don't think I'm a care. But who knows? I may still be a little nervous because it has been so long for somebody to see my body. So it's just like, I don't know. But I know we all face it though in so many ways.
Yeah.
Shoot, just in like clothing, even in bathing suits too. Like some bathing suits, I'd be like, I can't wear that one. You know what I mean? I can wear a 2-piece, but I can't wear that 2-piece. You know what I mean? Like,
2 pieces won't happen. Period. Ain't gonna happen. If you can't get me in no 2-piece, it's not gonna happen. Period. That might as well be bra and panties.
Yeah.
Said a little fur ain't gonna kill you. I'm done.
I know.
Conweezy, really? Mr. Conweezy, really? Okay. Just can't.
Stack, man, I'm checking before I get there because I got OCD, I think. Oh my God.
You see, no, but that's the whole thing. A lot of the times, y'all don't be prepping, especially married. You don't know what's gonna go down. It just happens. Y'all would just change, and then it's like, oh, you ready right now? Like right now. So
give me a second.
Give me a moment. Let me give it one moment. You know what I'm saying? So no,
I'm with you.
It's not the same.
Yeah.
I feel like it was easier to say that when you were just dating. It's not easy to say give you a second when you're married. It's different.
Oh, see, I don't know, girl. I don't know nothing about that life.
I don't think, I feel like it definitely changed in that moment. It's like, look, I done seen it, I done had it, I done did all that. I don't need to. Ain't no waiting. Let's go.
You don't need to put no bow on it. I already know.
Oh yeah, I don't need no bow. I got the bow before. We good. Like, do that another time. Not right now. You know, like, so I don't know.
But yeah, so do you guys have any last questions before we wrap up tonight? We're going to go ahead and end. We appreciate everybody for tuning in tonight. We had a great time. I think we had some good topics.
We did.
Yes. Next week, we're going to have a great discussion. We have some topics already lined up. We didn't even have enough time to talk about all of them. But the ones we have for next week are...
Be ready. So make sure y'all tell a friend to tell a friend to check out Brains and Beauty ×2 live on YouTube. Y'all make sure y'all let them know. We're also
this is
on
new.
IG as usual on all of our IG platforms. On my IG, Shayla Maisha, on Angie's IG, Miami, and on Brains and Beauty IG as well. But y'all make sure y'all check us out next week on YouTube live, for real.
Yeah. And I'll be going live on my personal page for the IG family over there. Shay will be going live on hers as well.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we just gonna keep this thing going and try to adjust ourselves, because again, you guys, normally Shay will be right here next to me on my couch.
I miss you, friend.
This doggone social distancing, bro. I'm so over it.
Don't you miss me sitting next to you chomping on my ice? Don't you miss that? You better say yes.
Kind of really.
You ain't right. Ooh, you ain't right. You is not right.
But so the guys have a few more little comments they want to add. They said they got to be upfront and crack a joke on themselves, because everybody has a flaw.
Yes.
Tom Weezy talking about he cool with a woman who needs to freshen up. That's fine. That's good. You know, give us our second, since y'all cheating. Y'all be cheating anyway, going to the bathroom before us.
Okay, because y'all already know what
our time. I know. But yeah, so thank you, YouTube family. Thank you to Stack Master, Patrina, Mr. Conway. Man, let me make sure I don't forget nobody. Trey. Who you had over there today? Ish.
I had Inkmart. It was Ish. I had a quite a bit of people. Pender 20. Pretty Rock 1. Mr. Frederick McCoy.
Oh yeah.
I can remember all the time. Oh, Live Me Forever. And that's only one.
Yes, with the memory.
But thank y'all all for the time. And don't think that we don't reread or we don't remember who come on here all the time, because we definitely do.
We do. We sure do. So they said good topic. Thank you, Stack Master. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and head out for tonight. We really appreciate y'all for joining in. Make sure you guys find our podcast, which is everywhere on Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Play. Anywhere you listen to a podcast, you will find us. We are here every Wednesday at 8-ish to 9-ish. And what else, Shay? That's about it, right?
And that's about it.
And we already here on YouTube. So yeah, that's about it. So
if y'all have any comments or conversations or topics y'all want us to discuss, always make sure you hit us in the DM. Leave a comment below. We definitely check, so make sure that you leave a comment. Let us know what y'all think. Let us know what y'all want us to talk about. If there's a topic that we haven't discussed, this is episode 63, I believe. So we've been having conversations, honey. We've been on some topics. So y'all let us know if there's something we have not discussed that y'all want us to talk about.
I know, let us know. So any Combos family who came in here, we want to thank y'all for coming over from Combos tonight. Come back to Combos. Let us know how the show went. Let's discuss over there. And yeah, we out. We out for the night. We out for the count. So y'all have a good one. And for everybody on the podcast, y'all know how I close this thing out. Mm-hmm. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.